Hello, 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 my beloved family. How are y'all doing? It's Michelle here. I wanted to talk to y'all. There are a few updates in my life. I posted a few weeks ago that I've been super busy, just really trying to take things to the next level and bring y'all tools and just extra good stuff, especially in this difficult market. So the first thing I want to tell you is that I switched brokerages. My whole team is now with Realty One Group Integrity up on Oracle. We are super excited. Our new colors are black and gold, if you can't tell by my background and my shirt. So, I want to talk to you about obviously home ownership and what's going on in the market. So I do want you to stay tuned for tomorrow. Tomorrow I will be doing a live with one of my lenders, and she's going to address the most commonly asked questions about what's going on in the market. People are wondering if the market is going to crash or not, and she's going to explain to you why she believes that it will not. Obviously, it's up to you to do your own research, figure out what kind of financial position you're in, and figure out if purchasing a home or selling your home is the right thing for you. Today, I want to let you know that I was doing a broker course for the past 3 weeks. So once you've been a salesperson for 3 years in the state of Arizona, you can go and get additional licensing, additional credits, and become your own broker. When you are a broker, it allows you to open up your own brokerage as a designated broker, or you can also just be an associate broker and stay at the brokerage that you're at. I'm super excited about that. It was a little bit of torture because we were stuck on monitored Zoom meetings for 3 weeks, from 9 to 5. And I thought I was done on Friday, and then I got an email Sunday night that I had one more day of classes, which was yesterday. That was called the Broker Management Clinic. That one was all day, literally 8 to 5. But I feel so free right now because I feel like I'll just be twirling and doing cartwheels up and down the hallway at the office. I'm just so happy to be done with those classes. Good morning, Judy. So I wanted to talk to you about your stimulus check and your tax return. It depends how many people are in your family and what tax bracket you fall in, if you're going to get a stimulus check back. If it's one member in the family or two, that's $2,800 you're getting back. If you have a few kids, that's an extra $1,000. Would you consider using that money to purchase a home? Would you use that money to pay bills? Would you use that money to get some of that debt down? Would you use that money to pay some of your student loans? Have you thought about home ownership? Like, if you have thought about home ownership, it would be really good for you to send me a message. Let's get you partnered up with the lender, and let's see if we can use that money to get you into a home. There's out-of-pocket expenses when you're buying a home. The most common is the down payment, but then there's another one that people are not aware of, which is closing costs. The closing costs are the fees that the lender and the title company charges to do your transaction. So most people will come up with their down payment and then they don't know that they need closing costs. Or some people get down payment assistance if they have a certain credit score, but then they don't know that they need closing costs. So what I've been doing is I have families that I was working with last year and they stopped looking during the pandemic. I had one family that she had her bonuses from work and her tax return, but then there was a little more work that needed to be done on the husband's side. So now this year I gave him a call. I knew that she would be getting her bonus sometime soon, and between her bonus, her stimulus, and her tax return, and the husband using this year to address what he needed to address, they're now in a position to buy. I just reached out to them last week. I got them under contract yesterday on a home. So please know that this is possible. Please know that if you can exercise financial discipline and make a few sacrifices here and there, when you're partnered up with my team, which consists of me, the other agents that I work with, and the lenders that I'm partnered up with, we can get you into a house, okay? It's a process, but I promise to be very mindful of how you're feeling through this. I know it's a little bit of you walking in uncharted territory, not knowing what's next. I am very good at first giving you just a bird's eye view of the whole process, and then as we're going through it, I give you more details as we're going. You'll always be 10 steps ahead. But it really is about having those uncomfortable conversations with the lender. I cannot do my job until you and the lender do your job. Allow me to guide you through that, walk you through that, talk you through it. If home ownership is something that you're thinking about and you're just not sure where to start, go ahead and send me a DM. If you and I have talked about home ownership in the past year and we stopped looking at houses because of the pandemic, let's see if we're in a different situation now. If you've been hearing what's going on in the market, there's a lot of buyers and not enough inventory. And I completely understand that, but when you're working with a full-time agent like me, we understand what a strong offer looks like. There was a time 6 or 7 months ago where, there was a time a year ago where you can ask the seller to pay for your closing costs. You can ask the seller for a home warranty. They were open to doing repairs. That's not the market that we're in right now. If you are writing an offer and you are asking the seller for closing costs, you're asking the seller for a home warranty, your offer is not going to get accepted. I haven't seen an offer get accepted where I'm asking or where my buyer's asking the seller for closing costs. So what I'm saying to you is use that stimulus check to your benefit. If you have a certain credit score, and again, you can talk to the lender about that. I'll partner you up with her. If you have a certain credit score, she can get you down payment assistance. And then the money from your tax return and the money from your stimulus check, we are using for closing costs, your inspections, and your appraisal. If home ownership is something that you have thought about and you're tired of renting, when you're renting, you're paying someone else's mortgage. You might as well be paying your own mortgage and building some sort of equity. If this is something that you've considered and you just don't know where to start, go ahead and send me a message, reach out to me. I promise, if you know me, which if you're watching this, you do, you know that I am very empathetic and sympathetic, and I will be very mindful of how to walk you through this, where you understand what is going on, you understand what's next, you understand what you're getting yourself into, and the biggest and the most important part is you understanding what you're coming out of pocket. I think that people get nervous when they're buying a house because they don't know what to expect. They don't want to be caught off guard. They don't want to hear, oh, and I forgot to tell you this. That's not me. I am the complete opposite. I'll tell you stuff 10 times where I want you to be like, all right, you already said that to me a few times. I know that already. And each conversation you'll have, you'll be a little more familiar with the process of buying, the loan process, what that looks like. And I want you to know too that if for some reason you do partner up with the lender and the numbers don't look good and you do not qualify for a loan, we've seen that too. We've seen that too, and we don't just leave you out in the dirt to dry. And by we, I mean my lender, because that's her industry. She'll touch base with you on a quarterly basis, make sure that you are following her instructions, because she knows what those numbers need to look like for you to qualify for a loan. And what she does is she gives you a plan of action. So she'll say something like, if you do this, then you'll be able to buy in the next 2 or 3 months. If you do this, you'll be able to buy in the next 3 to 6 months. If you need credit repairs, she has somebody that she works with that takes care of credit repair and guides her through that. Once you complete the credit repair process, then you get back in touch with the lender. And once she does her part, then they get back in touch with me. It really is a full service brokerage. We take care of all your needs. It's very important for me as the agent to guide, advise, and educate you through the home buying process. And sometimes that takes 12 to 18 months. There's people that I talked to in the beginning of my career more than 3 years ago that are just now purchasing because they needed to work on their credit. They needed credit repair. They needed to save some money. They needed their down payment. They needed to improve their credit score to qualify for the down payment assistance. Everyone's financial situation is different. The only thing I can tell you is that purchasing a home takes financial discipline. It's about you making the sacrifices and you being mindful of what you spend your money on, okay? Please know that we will advise and guide you through that. We'll help you through that. And we're just here to help you make your dreams come true. Okay? All right. So if you have any questions, go ahead and message me. If you're watching this on my personal profile, please go to my Facebook business page. Go ahead and like that page. I will be going live tomorrow with my lender, and she will be answering some questions for you about the loan process. And tomorrow we will also be talking about what she foresees happening in the market. Just good stuff. All right, so I will talk to you soon. Thank you for tuning in. If you have questions, DM me. If you have concerns, DM me. And if you want me to send you a digital version of a home buyer's guide, go ahead and DM me with your email address. Okay? All right, so thanks so much. Talk to you soon. Hi. You're so funny.